Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium on the campus of Duke University, and customarily a trip here involves a journey to K-ville. Instead, you will be engulfed by the Wade Wackos, the Duke fans ready for their Blue Devils to go to work. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Duke's offense will get the first crack at it here. There are always butterflies to start a game, and when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling, the temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, Dave, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Cherry. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Blue Devils will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So the NC State Wolfpack comes out and they'll have the ball for the first time. When you have a weapon like this on the outside and a guy in the secondary whose job is to take everything away, it's going to be a great matchup, guys.
It's so fun to see how you attack great safeties in the middle of the field. Are you willing to do that, or are you going to try to live on the perimeter? This offensive matchup will be great.
Yeah, normally you'd say receiver versus safety, the receiver's going to win. This safety, though, has got the speed to run with this guy, and he's going to make it interesting back there.
They're going to ride this running back. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. He wants to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Dalton. And he used that spin move to put him in the spin cycle and gain extra yardage. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's 3rd down, and they have to get it to the 42 to move the sticks. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Dalton. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. Finds his man, it's Wall. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. They'll try the run. NC State will pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Dalton. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Looking to move it through the air. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. What a disappointment. No good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Finds his tight end. Stopped after making the catch. Facing a third down and short from the 26. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Safe completion on the screen. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off-play action on first down. Fires downfield. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. Still on the 35-yard line. They'll try it again on 2nd and 10. From the gun, the ground game. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Running behind that left side. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. The Blue Devils line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Caught behind the line. It's Lindsey. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Fires to the big fella. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Now on 2nd down. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. He's looking to throw. Got a man. It's Dalton. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Handoff from the shotgun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. And here's a fumble way behind the line. The defense all over that loose ball, and now they're bringing it back. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did.
And I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT makes it 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Notre Dame is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Joe Montana, this might not be over yet. They're trailing by 10 to Navy. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Movement here from the tight end. Looking to pass on second down. It's complete to the right. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. New set of downs after that completion. He'll come out throwing on first down. Looking deep. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. The play action fake. Catch in the middle, it's Dalton. And he's down at the 41, that's a first down. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Fires to the big fella. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down. And the Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give from the gun. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Feeling some heat. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down. The Blue Devils decide to punt it away. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
He'll do it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. NC State quick to the line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. They'll try to get it through the air. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Grabbed in the middle, it's Dalton. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Pulls it in. It's Dalton.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the 1st half. He'll set up to throw. Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the 2nd half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the 1st half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the 2nd half.
He'll try to tack on one more. Right down the middle. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the 1st play. You need to be successful and productive on that 1st play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it because he really didn't have a choice.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And they got him for the sack. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And a really competitive game so far. I'm talking razor-thin margins in the big statistical categories. And while it may be a broken record, turnovers are the name of the game. The team that limits them, the ones that win that turnover margin, generally speaking, are the ones that have the best chance to get that dub. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And the Blue Devils will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. He'll start this drive firing. A little release to the back. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, then something can start to build.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. With the catch, it's Lindsey. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. NC State with the 1st and 10 here. The flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. He's got him this time. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. He leaves it with his back. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Then they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Dalton. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. The short hands. It's Lindsey. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect plan.
All kinds of running room. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get...
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle to prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. They'll run the counter. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, going up top. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job being the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
The Blue Devils send out the punt unit. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. On the move, it's Lindsey. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take it. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete on the right side. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. NC State on the move, set up with another first down. He's going to pass. Quick strike complete.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. NC State needs to take advantage of this red zone trip. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Quickly complete. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dialing up a second down pass play. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game one.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. SMU has opened up its largest lead of the game in what's shaping up to be one of the more one-sided affairs of the weekend. They're up by 28 over Clemson. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. On second down, he's looking downfield. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. At the 40, there he goes. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
You know, in the modern era of college football, with everybody throwing it, it becomes harder and harder for running backs to put up big-time numbers. With that last carry, though, this guy's got 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
Looking down the middle. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. He's looking to throw. Flips it out in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cherry. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late, 4th down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving this stadium with an L.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. From the gun, running back gets to give. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the give to the back. On the move at the 30. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Comes out throwing on first down. Got his man on the right. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. On second down, just keeps firing. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He'll pull it on the read. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Blue Devils will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're getting this guy lathered up. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the ground with the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. On the option. Runs through a tackle. Touchdown, NC State! And the beatdown has ensued. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
This quarterback is such a weapon on these design QB runs. He's not trying to just go get first downs. This guy's a threat to take it the distance, and bam, he did it right there.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
NC State, 31, Duke 7.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Coleman.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective.
Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And the stomping has commenced. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Looking for a deep man. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Pressure coming. Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss.
Now, when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got an open man. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together. Maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
This is a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Coming after him. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, it's out. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were really disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
They dialed up the perfect call, splendid execution. Now they've got it threatening. 1st and 10 from the 27. Power football with the run. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. From the gun. Give on the inside. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain. The Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Cherry. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Now facing a 3rd and long. Throw to the end zone, it's picked off.
I feel like this defense just had the answer all game long. It just seems like they're one step ahead of this offense with their ability to dial up pressures, change up their coverages. They've rattled and confused this quarterback throughout the entirety of the contest. They come away with another interception here late.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. The give to the left side. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. There is nothing greater than a rivalry game unless you lose it. And in that case, there is nothing more miserable.
I agree, Reese. And that's why rivalry games are so great, because you take the stats, and you take the rankings, and you take the records, and you throw it all out the window. There's always tremendous effort and passion when we see these rivalry games. We certainly saw it today. And David, for this losing team, this one's going to sting for a while.
It does, but it's so strange because I always feel the same way. I'm like, there's no chance that they have a chance to upset them. But then you go, it's a rivalry game. The vitriol, the hate, it's already there. And so it means so much in sports. Who's motivated for these games? So you do get up. It does become a good game, even when it's not a good game on paper.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.